Hi, it's Richard from Intelligent Advisor IT Consulting with another video in our long-running series about the Decision Service example projects. This week we're looking at Southern Power, which is part of the Issue, Report and Lifecycle set, which also included the Service Request project, which we looked at a few weeks ago. Southern Power is all about assigning and rather identifying who will fix a problem. In this case, it's going to be a problem regarding electricity supply. Let's go and download the project from the example page. There's a link in the page where you're watching this video probably, or in the description of the YouTube video. I'm going to just save that link to my desktop. And then I'm going to go to my Oracle Intelligent Advisor Hub and to the Projects tab, to the Actions button, and import that file. When you're importing the file, don't forget to give it a good name. I always like to use my prefix so that if I get multiple copies, I know which one is which, and I can always easily find them and delete them later. So this is about an assigned team. You can see over here we have inputs which relate to the kind of incident that's occurring, what kind of damage, if any, where is this happening, what kind of issue is it, and is this a residential or a corporate or office property. Finally, for the outputs, we have the number of people, the team 1, team 2, that sort of thing, and the urgency of the request, depending on whether you have a complete blackout or you just have a dripping tap, that sort of thing. Anyway, let's import the project and take a closer look. So we can see in the outputs we have damage type and issue location and issue type. There are basically two sections to this decision service. The first part is all about assigning a team. So that will look at the location and the issue type, specifically the issue location and the issue type. You'll notice that this column, like it would have been in Oracle Policy Modeling, is a generic condition column without a header because we're using multiple criteria in here. Then we have a second table based on the issue type and the damage type this time, to bring in the damage type, which means there may be more than 2 people required to fix the problem. And as a last aspect, if we go back to the output again, we're going to calculate the request urgency. How urgent is it? Obviously, if it's just a residential issue, this company considers it not to be urgent. But if it's a business, well then most of it is urgent unless it's just off-peak water supply problems. I'm not going to argue whether that's a suitable set of urgencies, but the point is that when we go live into live mode and we go to the inputs tab and we look at the inputs, the damage type, so we can say we'll call this a power pole issue, which I'm just referring to over here, and the issue location, we'll say suburb 7, and the issue type, let's do no power, and the property type, business. So now we can see that the different tables have woken up. We can see, for example, that this is a no power in suburb 7. So it's Team J that has been selected. It is a no power issue. Therefore, the number of technicians required is only 2, because you typically only need more than 2 when it's something like a visibly damaged infrastructure. And it's a business with no power. Therefore, it's urgent. Let's switch back into edit mode. And don't forget that you can always test these also in a more traditional REST harness kind of thing. So we can say damage type is power pole, issue location suburb 6 this time. Issue type was going to be, can't remember it now, issue type, no power. And it's going to be business. And we can see that in this case it's Team E that is assigned because it's in suburb 6. This is a great self-contained demo because it is very easy to modify. We could introduce new types of property. You could simply add new rows here. And we could say that this is urgent. We can easily introduce new logic, both in terms of issue types, property types, but also by adding new teams, saying that from now on we're going to have a new team involved here. So we could say that for 8 or 9, what we could do is we could duplicate this row, and we could say, okay, now on it's no longer number 9, this is just for number 9. And this is team X. And then put that all to our live mode and identify that team X is now selected. So a really easy decision service to get used to. It's a business context that most of us sadly are probably aware of, and as a result it's a great learning tool. See you next time.